Hi, this is Dr. Thomas Armstrong, and in this short video I want to talk about a study which came out 2 days ago from the Journal of the American Medical Association. And basically in this journal it said that in a survey of several thousand students, they discovered that middle school and high school students were misusing their Ritalin and their Adderall and their other ADHD medications. They were giving it to their friends. They were taking higher doses to get high. They were using it to stay awake, both in class and at night while cramming for tests. And in general, in some schools, up to 25% of students were doing this. And this is really not a good situation because these drugs come with many side effects. Some of them are dangerous. Some of them relate to heart palpitations, to paranoia or other mental illnesses, and to various other side effects as well. So we really need to be cautious, and parents need to be aware of this, that this is going on. They need to talk with their kids. Physicians should be closely monitoring these medications. And I've never been a big fan of psychoactive medications. I believe that they help people, that ADHD drugs do help kids to function more efficiently and effectively, helps them focus and concentrate and so forth. So I'm by no means suggesting that people stop taking drugs. But I am, I think, interested in the idea of pursuing more research and study in non-medical interventions, strategies, and alternatives for ADHD-like symptoms. I actually wrote a book about this 25 years ago called The Myth of the ADD Child. And I included about 50 strategies that were non-drug that parents and teachers and mental health professionals could use. And the book was very popular in its time. And recently I decided to revise it completely. And that's what this book is. It's called The Myth of the ADHD Child now, ADHD being used more often than ADD. 101 ways to improve your child's attention and behavior without drugs, labels, or coercion. And most of this book is really a list of those 101 strategies. Everything from taking martial arts classes to taking self-relaxation processes, studying mindfulness meditation, going out for a sport, limiting junk food, which we now know can affect ADHD and can increase the symptoms. In fact, a Mediterranean diet is suggested as one of the best ways to go as far as ADHD is concerned. We're not so much talking about the Feingold diet anymore as we are about the Mediterranean diet. So there are a lot of other self-regulation strategies helping kids to deal with their focus issues, their attention issues, their issues around working memory, strategies that will help them in the school, but also at home and with their peers and so forth. So, I really feel that we wouldn't maybe see so much of this misuse of Adderall and Ritalin and so forth if there wasn't such a huge emphasis on the distribution of these drugs. I mean, we've got big pharma with a multi-billion-dollar business. And again, I'm not saying that these are bad drugs. These are good drugs and they're helping many kids. But because they're often seen by some professionals and also parents as the main strategy for dealing with ADHD, I think we get ourselves in a problem where so many kids are taking it, and there's so many of these drugs available for trading and for saving, for stocking up and so forth, that we find ourselves in the situation that this study this week talked about, the fact that we've got, up to 25% of middle schoolers and high schoolers misusing this drug in ways that could be harmful to their health. So at any rate, I hope that you enjoyed this short video. I hope you'll get my book, The Myth of the ADD Child, or The Myth of the ADHD Child now, 20 years later, and that you'll maybe talk with your teen, even your child, about, especially if they're taking ADHD medications, about what they're doing with this. Are you giving it to friends? This could be a problem in adolescence because peer pressure is such a big issue that if somebody that they esteem comes up and asks to buy some of their extra medications, um, we want to help the child be in a position, or the teen be in a position, where they can say, no, I really need to keep this for myself. It's a medically prescribed drug. And, all my dealings with this drug are between me and my doctor, and to some lesser extent, my parents. So at any rate, think about these things, and I hope you buy my book. Bye-bye.